If you generate invoice, quote, and statement from Xero, and particularly when it comes to the time where you have a long reference attached to the transaction, you probably experience something like this. So in this example, in the reference field, there are a long reference that cannot be shown in full. It is because that in Xero, that by default that we will display for the first 10 character in the reference field. If you would like to show that in full, you can change the reference field in the invoice settings. Let me show you about how to do that. So if you are going into the Xero screen, and then you have to access to the organization settings, and under the settings, you go to invoice settings, and you see an existing standard template here. But if we want to cater the issue for showing all the reference in full, we'll have to make use of another type of the customization of the invoice. You move your mouse to New Branding Theme, click on Custom.docx, and here you can actually name for the branding theme, and you scroll to the bottom, and here you see you are able to make the customization by work file for invoice, credit notes, statement, purchase order, and quote. There is a download button where I can just download the default example for my customized invoice, credit note, statement, purchase order, and quote. So if I want to make any changes to those default template, I can make use of Microsoft Word to make further customization, including changing name, the color, the font size, or the placement of my logo, etc. So I'm just gonna click on download button, and therefore there will be a zip file to be downloaded onto my computer. If I'm opening that up, and let's say for example this time I would like to make change to my statement so that I can make sure the reference is going to show on in full instead of like showing for the first 10 characters. So I can double click and open up that statement work file. So this is the default template for the customized template. So if you move your mouse and to click on certain part of the statement, you can see all this is actually like placeholder. Let's say for example for this one, contact name, it will based on what you have inputted in Xero, and then it will be drawing the right data when you generate the statement or invoice or whatever other document that is supported to be generated. It will show up the name properly. So this is the beauty of the placeholder, so that you don't have to spend so much time to work on each individual invoice or statement individually by manual. Okay, so let's go to cater our issue. So our issue here that we want to show the reference in full. So we click on the reference, and then we right click. You can see there is an option called toggle field codes. And in here, what we have to do is just to put a before the reference, I just have to put on 4 characters called LongReference. And then after I put that, and then I can update my field, update field again, and then I can save it. So after I save that, I can actually making use of this file to upload back on Xero, and let's see what happened. So I'm just going to upload the statement. So now that the statement format or the statement template has been updated, so let's check it out and see what is the outcome. So let me go back to show you one of the example of the invoice that I've made. So I've got this invoice 001, and then it's for ABC company, and then you can see the reference here is very long, and it's definitely over 10 characters. And now that I would like to send a statement to ABC company with all the activity that I have made with them. So I can go to sales overview, and then I can click on send statement, and then I select the right date range, and then I can click on update. And for this one, I can see ABC company, and then their outstanding balance is $108. So I select them, and then I print it. And then I can select for my branding theme. So remember, this one is the reference that we have just made the customization with Word file. So we're just gonna select for this one and click OK. And when we open it up, you can see now the reference is being displayed properly, and it is not impacted by the number of the character in the reference.